Well, 3 of the members of Fingernails are pretty. 3 of 5 that will be taking the stage at 3rd and Lindsley this Nashville Sunday night. So glad to have you all here. I'll start with you, Angela, because, well, this was kind of your idea, right? This was something that came about way back in the day, but really kind of got together last year, right around this time, right?
Right. So I've always wanted to start a female or all-femme Foo Fighters tribute band. And you know those like cringy Facebook posts that you get like updates about like every day, like from 10 years ago or so. I made a cringy one, and it was, man, I want to start a female Foo Fighters tribute band and call it Fingernails Are Pretty. So I've been sitting on this idea forever, and then last year, of course, when Taylor Hawkins passed away, he's my favorite drummer. And the reason I drum, it just felt like it was a good way to pay tribute to him. So that's kind of how the whole Fingernails Are Pretty got started.
Definitely. That's, that hurt the heart when that just came out of nowhere that we had lost Taylor. And kind of like when it's like for me when Eddie Van Halen passed, I was like, wait a second, what's happening right now? You mentioned Taylor's your favorite drummer, and you actually first saw him. It was your first show ever, right? When he was still playing with Alanis?
Yeah, and I won't say when that was. It was a long time ago. And yeah, that was like the first concert my parents ever took me, like I've ever gone to. My parents took me, and like after that show, it just changed me. I knew I was going to do something in live music, you know, and I figured I'd be watching Alanis the whole time because she was basically like invigorating every female across the world.
Right.
But all I could do was stare at Taylor. Like he was just a monster behind the kit. So that really inspired me to want to do that.
So that's when that's what inspired you to like start taking lessons and start playing drums? Or I'm assuming you took lessons, or did you just kind of start playing?
I'm sort of a hack. A few years after that, I just was in college and decided to buy myself a drum kit. So I kind of like taught myself for a little bit, took some lessons along the way. But yeah, that was the reason for me wanting to do that. It was just in my blood. I'm like, man, I need to do that. So eventually did.
And you've got a great catalog to pull from. I mean, Foo Fighters catalog is very solid, and actually just warming up. Guys sounding great here in the studio. So we want to jump into a tune for us real quick.
Sure.
Like what you're going to play a couple for us. Which one would you like to play first?
You guys want to play Everlong?
Let's do it.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Fingernails Are Pretty live here in the Volume.com studio. We're live on Lightning 100 and streaming at Volume.com/Lightning 100.
Oh, yeah.
Hello,
gotta promise not to stop when I say when. She sang. And I wonder if everything could ever feel this real forever. If anything could ever be this good again. The only thing I'll ever ask of you, you gotta promise not to stop when I say when.
There's a Fingernails Are Pretty, a tribute to Foo Fighters live here in the Volume.com studio. That one was Everlong. You can catch them at Nashville Sunday night, this Sunday night. It's going to be
And
good.
you should get tickets. We've actually got a chance for you to win some tickets, so stay tuned for your chance to call us here in the Volume.com studio. And again, we are streaming at Volume.com/Lightning100. Vera Bloom on lead vocals on that one, sounding
Yes,
great.
Thank you.
So did you kind of recently kind of take over lead vocals? I know it's kind of a rotating cast, right?
Yeah, I guess that was I'm honored to be here. Well, yeah, like going on the road, it was just an easier format to solidify, I guess, a lead vocalist.
Sure.
So yeah, that was me. I'm very, very happy.
And Vera, you actually put out some new music, right? Was that out last week?
Actually, it's coming out tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Yes.
Got it.
Yes. I have a new single called Eyes on You.
Right on. So very cool, and looking so forward to the show. So everybody in the band, I'm assuming, huge Foo Fighters fans like Angela, who kind of put the band together. I don't know. Were you inspired to get into music because of a Foo Fighters show or seeing Taylor Hawkins, or not
no,
really similar to there?
I'm like from outside of Seattle, so my heart probably, I won't say it, but maybe I will.
Go ahead.
Belongs a little bit more to Nirvana. I love Dave Grohl, I really do. I also love Foo.
Sure.
But yeah, the whole Seattle grunge scene definitely was like seeped into my bloodstream.
Yeah, and you've been in here in Nashville for
Almost 5.5 years, or
Wow.
maybe past that point. Yeah.
Yeah, growing up in Seattle, love the Pacific Northwest. That's awesome. So you kind of grew up on grunge then.
Yeah, I didn't really know it at the time. I didn't know it at the time, but yes, I did.
So many great bands coming out of Seattle, but we're happy to have you here in Nashville, Vera. So
Thank you.
we're so excited about the show. I mean, we were actually talking a little bit off air with Lieutenant Dan, and I was like, yeah, I made sure to jump in to volunteer that, oh yeah, I'll be the host for this Nashville Sunday night. Absolutely looking forward to that. So when have you done shows with Indifference, the opener, which is a Pearl Jam tribute? Is that kind of a first time? Will this be the first time playing with them?
Yeah, it'll be the first time. I know a couple of the band members, so like we're just friends, and yeah, that just seemed like a pretty good, like, 90s kind of match there.
Sure.
So, yeah.
Another Seattle band, right?
Yes.
But looking forward to the show again. Doors at 5:30. The show starts at 7 with Indifference, which is a tribute to Pearl Jam. And then Fingernails Are Pretty, taking the stage at 8 o'clock this Nashville Sunday night. So, guys are sounding so great this early in the morning. Would you play another song for us? That's the next
guys do
question.
Yeah, we got one more.
All right.
Yeah. But thank you, yeah. I did it like stealthy.
All right, we ready?
Yeah.
All right, so once again, Fingernails Are Pretty live here in the Volume.com studio on Lightning 100.
I'm a one-way motorway. I'm a road that drives away, follows you back home. I It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. I'm a new day rising. I'm a brand new sky to hang the stars upon tonight. And I'm a little divided. Do I stay or run away and leave it all behind? It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. Oh, 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 It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again. It's times like these you learn to live again. It's times like these you give and give again. It's times like these you learn to love again. It's times like these, time and time again.
Once again, Fingernails Are Pretty live here in the volume.com studio. That time doing times like these. And now is the time to get your tickets to go see Nashville Sunday night this week. Stop slacking, just do it.
So excited.
Do it.
So have you all put together the set list yet? Or is that something that, how does that come about when it's time to play a Fingernails Are Pretty show?
Usually I bounce several different versions off of Rachel a lot.
Okay.
And, just to make sure like transitions are cool.
Yeah.
And-
Well, and there's so many hits, so it's kind of how do you?
You can't go wrong,
how do you-
right?
How do you
Yeah, and
pare
how do
down
you
40
pare
hits?
down? Yeah, like when it's a shorter set, because somebody's favorite song's gonna get left out, but. I mean,
and
but
it
you can't
depends
go
on
wrong.
the guest singers too. Like, this time around we're just, we're doing like our version of Fingernails Are Pretty, but for shows here and there we've had some guest singers, and that'll kind of like
Help determine which ones. Yeah, but it's
we've
gonna
got
be
it picked out. Yeah.
it's gonna be fantastic. So a little bit of a stripped down version here in the studio, but it's gonna be full band on Sunday night.
Oh yeah.
We've got Angela, Vera, and Rachel here in studio. Mo Schneider going to be playing this week, right?
That's right. Mhm.
And Allie Dellinger as well.
Yeah.
You might know Mo from Julian Baker. Plays with Julian Baker. Also Slider, which has a show coming up at the OG Basement on August the 30th. And Allie, who plays bass in Flummox, and they're actually working on a new album as well. As I mentioned, Angela, you play with Callie Shore.
Yeah.
And there's new music on the way
Yeah.
as
She's
well.
got some new stuff coming out soon.
That's great. And so does Flare Light. Rachel, your band, right?
Yeah, we're working on some stuff. It's cooking up.
So what, before the end of the year, you think?
I think like we have a thing I can't fully talk about that may or may not happen around about October. So
okay.
Like I can say that, and then
The radio tease. That's a beautiful thing. Yeah,
And
stay
then I
tuned to
think
find out more.
There'll be more teasing and fun things in 2024.
Fantastic.
So, yeah.
Well, thank you all so much for coming in. You know, we say this a lot here on the morning show
do.
that there are some artists that are like, you got anything a little bit later in the day, but you all came in and absolutely nailed it here in the 9 a.m. hour. And again, looking so forward to the show. And again, I'm so excited to be the host for this Nashville Sunday night. So as Mel mentioned, get your tickets, thirdandlindsley.com. Get them while you can. $15 will get you in the door, which opens at 5:30. Again, Indifference, a tribute to Pearl Jam, will open the show at 7 p.m., followed by Fingernails Are Pretty at 8 p.m. And thank you again.
Thanks
You
for
all,
having us.
we appreciate you being here.
Thank you for coming by.
And we'll see you on Sunday night. And now we're going to open up the phone line, right? Because
Yes.
we have a pair of tickets to give away for the show. So you know what? Let's do this. Vera, why don't you pick a number between 1 and 10?
Ooh, my first thought was like 21. Okay.
Well, we only have 12 minutes left in the show. So
I'm going to go with 9.
caller number 9 is going to win tickets to Nashville Sunday night out at 3rd and Lindsley. Call us up right now, 615-777-5100, 9th caller through, getting those tickets for this Sunday night show. But in the meantime, again, want to thank Angela, Vera, and Rachel for joining us. Thank you so much for being here.